Arsenal's summer went from ambitious to historic when the Gunners pulled off one of the most sensational transfers in Premier League history, the capture of Brazilian superstar Rodrygo Goes from Real Madrid. Signed for a club record fee, the 23-year-old arrived in North London with expectations as high as the Emirates Stadium roof. And yet, in just one training session at London Colney, he has already exceeded every ounce of hype. The Emirates faithful had been glued to every update of the transfer saga. When Arsenal officially unveiled Rodrygo, fans erupted with joy, aware that their club had secured one of the brightest young talents in world football. Known for his electric pace, fearless dribbling, and clinical finishing, Rodrygo represented more than just another signing. He was a statement. Arsenal were no longer content with being nearly men, they were coming for the very top. But no one could have predicted just how quickly the Brazilian would announce himself. Before even kicking a competitive ball, he has sent shockwaves through Arsenal's camp and the Premier League alike. Observers at London Colney described Rodrygo's debut session as nothing short of breathtaking. From the moment he stepped onto the training pitch, he carried himself with the confidence of a player who has already won titles and scored goals on the grandest stages. In one early drill, he showcased his trademark acceleration, gliding past defenders with ease before slotting home a finish that kissed the underside of the crossbar. In another sequence, he left two markers chasing shadows with a dazzling piece of skill, before delivering a pinpoint cross for Gabriel Jesus to tap in. Teammates watched in amazement. Martin Ødegaard, usually the conductor pulling the strings, seemed almost as thrilled to be on the receiving end of Rodrygo's movement and vision. Bukayo Saka, Arsenal's golden boy, looked instantly in sync with the new arrival, combining in quick passing exchanges that drew gasps from those watching. It was as though Rodrygo had been part of the squad for years. Perhaps the most exciting revelation from that first session was Rodrygo's immediate chemistry with Arsenal's established stars. The link-up play between him and Bukayo Saka was electric, giving Arteta the prospect of unleashing a dual-wing threat capable of terrorizing even the best defenses in Europe. Ødegaard, meanwhile, thrived as the creative hub, threading passes into Rodrygo's runs that unlocked Arsenal's backline with alarming ease. Add Gabriel Jesus to the mix, and the Gunners suddenly looked like they possessed one of the most fluid attacking units on the continent. Sometimes in football you see things click instantly, one insider said. That's what happened today. Rodrygo looks like he's been here for years. The pace, the understanding, the flair, it's all there. For Mikel Arteta, this is the culmination of years of building. Since taking charge, the Spaniard has meticulously sculpted Arsenal into a team capable of challenging the elite. Yet there was always a sense that one final piece was missing, a player who could tilt games in an instant, a superstar who thrives under the brightest lights. In Rodrygo, Arteta may finally have that player. Reports suggest the manager has big plans for him, envisioning a role that goes beyond the traditional winger. His versatility allows him to drift inside, swap flanks, or even operate as a false nine, giving Arsenal tactical flexibility that few teams can match. Arteta himself reportedly told staff, Rodrygo isn't just a signing. He's a statement of where we are and where we're going. If there's one group that's already fully convinced, it's the Arsenal fans. Social media exploded with excitement as word spread about Rodrygo's explosive first session. Hashtags like RodrygoRed and Game Changer trended worldwide, with supporters declaring that he could be the man to finally end the club's long wait for Premier League glory. For supporters who have endured years of near misses and heartbreak, Rodrygo's arrival represents something different belief. The Emirates Stadium is bracing itself for a season like no other, with fans already anticipating the moments of magic their new Brazilian superstar will produce. While Arsenal fans are buzzing, the rest of the Premier League is watching nervously. Rivals know exactly what kind of player Rodrygo is after all. They've seen him shine in the Champions League for Real Madrid, scoring in critical knockout games and standing tall under pressure. Now, with the keys to Arsenal's attack, the fear is that he could elevate the Gunners from contenders to outright favourites. Pundits are already warning that Arsenal's attack, powered by Saka, Jesus, and now Rodrygo, could be one of the most devastating in Europe. If this is what he is doing in training, one analyst noted, imagine what happens when he takes it to the Premier League stage. Of course, one training session does not win trophies. Arsenal still face the grueling challenge of competing on multiple fronts, with the Premier League, Champions League, and domestic cups demanding depth and resilience. Yet there's no denying that Rodrygo has already injected a level of excitement and optimism rarely seen in North London. For years, Arsenal fans have dreamed of their club returning to the very top. With Arteta's vision, a talented young squad, and now the brilliance of Rodrygo Goes, that dream suddenly feels closer than ever. If this is just the beginning, then English football had better prepare itself. Because Rodrygo hasn't come to England just to play, he has come to dominate.